Alright lads, so the end of your characters did get announced yesterday, and with that, unfortunately, we have no information about what they actually do. So we're completely in the dark outside of the data mined information that has been out for like the last week or two. No guarantee they even get the skills that have been data mined, but it is actually likely. So for today, for this video, we're here to talk about what I actually want to see these characters actually have, and what I want to see when it comes to their strong attacks, skills, killers, attributes, etc. And you lads can join into in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see these two characters have. KENPACHI, Retsu. Do you want them to be a heart character, a technique character? I'm assuming most of us don't want Kenny to be a PvP character, so that's what we're here to talk about today, right? Now, just for the record, for those that are wondering, it is currently the 26th of December, and the banner is going to get announced on the 28th of December. When the banner does get announced in-game, we will have the information on the YouTube channel, because I'm not sure if they're going to show it in-game, but on their YouTube channel, they will showcase the characters, and we'll find out what the characters do on the 28th. As far as the fillers go, and the full banner information, but mainly the fillers, the most important part, we have no idea until maybe, if they show it on the 28th, then great. But they could also hold that information of the fillers till the final day, the 30th, just like they did with the Burn the Witch banner, and I'm kind of hoping we have some good fillers in this banner. So, that said, without further ado, let's talk about them. So, just for the record, again, just to make it very obvious, this is not official. I've made this on BBS Simulator. I just changed some of the code and stuff like that to make it look like somewhat presentable. Now, let's talk about it. So, these two are end-of-year characters. Now, what I'm really hoping for here is good characters. I'm not talking about a good end-of-month character. I'm talking about good end-of-year characters. And that's what I'm hoping these characters are going to be. So, what I'm really hoping here is for them to both pick up double killers. But as you can see, I haven't given Retsu a double killer. And the reason for that, even though I want that, and I'm kind of setting myself up for disappointment, potentially. I feel like maybe they're not going to do it this year, because we literally just got Burn the Witch, Needy and Noelle, the Christmas versions. Because those two characters have double killers. So are we really going to get a back-to-back banner with four characters having double killers, 2 killers each? It could happen, and I feel like it should happen for the most possible hype. Because I know a lot of people, especially... I know a lot of people are expecting, like, Thousand characters. So already seeing this new Kenny and Unohana, some people aren't too excited about them unless they're really, really broken. I feel like for Caleb's sake, even though these two characters, in my opinion, can sell as end-of-year characters, I feel like they need to be more broken than usual because some people were expecting significantly other thing. Because a lot of people was expecting something else. And if you don't make these characters amazing, end-of-year worthy, then I don't think people are going to summon all too much. And if they just make them like an end-of-month character, like a normal end-of-month character, it's going to be a tad bit disappointing. So realistically, I am hoping for Unohana and both KENPACHI to come with 2 killers, and both have like Sharpshooter, Marauder, depending on the type of character they are. In this case, though, I'm going to try and play it safe and just assume that Retsu is a 1-killer character, and I've gone ahead and given her the Aaroniero killer. Now, why have I made her a speed Aaroniero killer? Well, when it comes to the attributes, looking at what we actually need, of course we need a Heart Hollow character. I don't think we're getting a Heart character for this banner since we have a special move source coming out at the end of the month, a Heart one. So I feel like knowing Caleb, they aren't going to be giving us a Heart character this end of month, this end of year. So I'm going with a speed character because speed really needs a new OP speed character. Right now, the 3 best speed characters in the game is Noelle, Jushiro, and also Byakuya. So as far as SP characters go, it's Noelle and Byakuya. And both of them have very big problems with their strong attacks. They're not as OP as they could have been had they been given better strong attacks, for example. Byakuya right now is still one of the better speed characters in the game. Still a great character, but he's definitely starting to show his age. Noelle is definitely... I don't know if Noelle's better than Byakuya, so I have to kind of just think about it. Let me know what you guys think about that. I do feel like Byakuya is more usable since he has, Sharpshooter, for example. But I feel like Noelle is just overall a lot better, even though she herself doesn't have an amazing kit. So I feel like speed right now is really lacking in that, that perfect character that the attribute needs. Tech has Ichigo, Heart has Aizen, Power has Kisuke, Ichigo, and also Bruno, and then right now for speed, we don't really have anyone. Sure, we have Noelle and Byakuya, but I feel like we're just missing that perfect character, and I feel like Retsu could be that. And what I'm really hoping for is if she does be that speed character, she can mainly, most importantly, be an Aaroniero killer. More specifically, an Aaroniero killer. Speed attribute needs an Aaroniero killer, just like the Heart attribute needs a Hollow killer, right? At the same time, if she wants to be a double killer character, sure, right? Give her Storybook? I don't know. I wouldn't assume they're going to give her no affiliation since we just got Noelle. So yeah, a Aaroniero Storybook killer could be good. At the same time, if she wants to be a technique character, that could also be viable. I don't want it to be She could also be, to be fair, I could see her being a main character, but I feel like Kenny's going to be the main character of the banner. So realistically, all I can see when it comes to Retsu is to be a speed or technique character. Power is already 2 stacked, we don't want to see that, and if she does end up being power, it's definitely going to decrease the hype that I have for this character. Although it could technically match because she has like blood all around her. So yeah, that's what I feel like it is going to be for her attribute. When it comes to the skills, I'm just making like a decent SP character. So again, this isn't confirmed, right? Just for those that maybe just jump into this part of the video. When it comes to skills, I'm kind of making her good, but not too broken for the most part. So I've gone ahead and given her a 60% Berserker with weakening and drain on all of her attacks. The reason why I've done this is because we do know that the new bonus ability is coming into the game where you do more damage to drained enemies. And I'm kind of hoping here that she does have drain, as it is Unohana. She is a character that can heal herself. So I don't want her to have an SA2 that can heal. I don't want her to have the built-in healing when she goes into another room. I want her to have drain because that would definitely be a bit more fun just for this character personally. At the same time, she could end up being a NAD character. You know, that's possible, but I'm going to assume she's an SP character. She also could have a heal on her Soul Bomb. I think that's definitely possible, but I'm just going to play it safe just by giving her drain to all her attacks. And I've also given her 60% Berserker, 12% recharge at full stamina to coincide with, because that was data mined, by the way. We don't know if it's 12% for the record. It could be less than that, but I'm just going to give her 12% recharge, right? At full stamina. Also, for those wondering, I also given her 12% recharge as a soul trait, so she'll be the only character in the game, if this does turn out to be the case, to have 24% recharge. And that's kind of broken, right? Especially if they do give her good strong attacks. And I feel like the 12% recharge at full stam will really benefit the fact that she could have drain on all of her attacks. And I'd kind of appreciate that. At the same time, going along with the drain, I've given her damage to drained enemies plus 40%. Just to get that extra bit of damage on top of the Berserker plus 60%, because I have given her Frenzy plus 1, Debilitator plus 5 as the standard, hit enemies just for the extra bit of utility, Devastation 60, and I just given her an extra bit of Flash Step, so an extra Flash Step, right? When it comes to the innate skills, I've given them Sharpshooter, Havoc, and All Stats Immunity. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but I just gave it to her, right? Just because it's just for fun, right? Don't take this video too serious. So yeah, that's basically the character I kind of want to see. At the same time, if we don't entirely get this, but we get something similar, I'd be perfectly happy with it. As long as he's just a good character, I'm going to be happy. In terms of the strong attacks, I would say 960 SA2, a 1170 SA3, and then for a SA1, give her the Eisen Beam. So like the 3000 length beam, but a bit more width. That would be perfect. That would be like one of the best speed characters in the game, if not the best speed character in the game. So I'm really hoping that is the case. So yeah, that's my little take on Retsu. Let me know what you lads think or want Retsu to be. For me, it's either just a really good technique character with 2 killers, or a really good speed character with 2 killers. And most importantly, if she is a speed character, give her a rank killer. Now let's talk about Kenny. So unfortunately, the way I've designed this character, and again, I'm not a game designer, right? I'm just putting in some skills together just to talk about this, just have a discussion. I feel like he's going to be a Brave Battle character. I'm really hoping that's not the case. And what I've gone ahead here is kind of changed up the way they do Brave Battle characters by making him also a Brave Battle character, but at the same time, at the very least, make him usable in PvE. So as you can see here, he has a 50% Berserker, because that's just what every like Brave Battle character has. He has Brave Battle and Invincibility, because of course he has. He's going to be a Brave Battle character. I've given him Guard Break, so he can at least be usable in PvE. Debilitator plus 5. In fact, I should probably remove that because he has no status augment. My bad. So maybe maybe just put paralysis on all attacks, right? Let's just do that. Flurry plus 2, because again, that was data mined. I feel like Flurry plus 2 does make sense for the character since he is rocking Sampo Kenju, which attacks 3 times. At the same time, it doesn't guarantee him to have Flurry plus 2, but I feel like he is going to be the PvP character of the banner, mainly because he does look to be melee based, and as far as Brave Battle characters go, they are melee characters. In my opinion, I feel like Retsu is going to be a range character, which is why I made him the PvP character, right? And obviously, he is countering Yamamoto, so I've given him a Captain Killer, and I made him a Mind character. So yeah, Flurry plus 2 means he doesn't need to get any Bruiser, and that's actually pretty good because that could allow him to pick up a new skill that would be useful. In this case, again, I gave him Guard Break. Ignore Brave Battle Immunity because, of course, and I'm really hoping they don't do this, man, because eventually we're going to get to a point where if we have 3 characters with invincibility, that is just terrible. Because then we're just back to square one, right? So I'm kind of hoping they don't do that. I'm really hoping they just don't make him a Brave Battle character. Please, K-Lab, don't. At the same time, I gave him Last Ditch, and I gave him Poison, Ignore Last Ditch, because, yeah, that was, again, kind of data mined, right? So this character, I don't think is going to potentially look like this. He could end up being a Brave Battle character. We'll see how it goes. This character, the way I designed him, is all over the place. But, yeah, again, let me know what you lads want to see when it comes to his character. And I actually forgot to change the assets for those little icons there. But, yeah, I have put him as a mine character. When it comes to the Sultry, I just gave him Sprinter +1, and then I gave him Burn Duration and Weaken Duration, because that's what Yamamoto inflicts. So the way I kind of designed this character is pretty boring, but that's what a Brave Battle character is, unfortunately. And again, he's not guaranteed to be a Brave Battle character, but the possibility is definitely there. So yeah, with that said, lads, that was just my short prediction video talking about these two characters, what I potentially want them to see or what I could expect to see when these characters get revealed. I'm really hoping that I don't get anything right, because that's how my predictions normally go, and I kind of want to be surprised. I want to see some kind of new stuff that we haven't seen in the game before. I guess in this case, Ignore Last Ditch is something that we haven't seen before, and same goes for the Retsu's full stamp. So yeah, just hoping these characters don't disappoint, especially when it comes to the double killers, because I feel like these characters really need to be good to sell, and that's my problem and why I said Gin and Mayuri wouldn't be the end of your characters, because if they did that, then they're probably going to give them one killer, and I don't feel like they should do that for an end of year banner. And I feel like it might be the most likely case. But at the same time, I do also feel like Retsu and Kenny can stand out above all Spirits Arthur with your characters and get the special treatment. I think everyone's fine with that. But knowing K-Lab, knowing the fact that they just released Noelle and Nini, both with double killers and like really strong skills, these characters might just end up being normal end of month characters. And again, I'm hoping that's not the case. That said, let me know what you like to think about my predictions. Do you think the way I designed these characters is trash? Maybe I did. But let me know what you want to see with these characters in the comments below. And again, we'll find out in less than 40 hours time. So that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.